All right. Hello, and welcome to the Rock Metal Podcast. I am your host, John Harris, and today on the Rock Metal Podcast, we have Death of a Legend. We must have a moment of silence for the death of a legend. They have a new EP called Death of a Legend Part 1, which also means there's a Part 2. So we're going to have quite a few things to chat about here, released on Effort Records. And right now, I'm being joined by Trippy to share some more information about Part 1 and Part 2, and who knows, Trippy, are we talking about Part 3?
I don't know. Let's focus on Part 1 and maybe Part 2, okay, for the moment.
Beautiful. Well, welcome to the show.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me here with you to have this beautiful conversation together about what we do.
Exactly. Okay, let's start there. You said a beautiful conversation about what we do. What does Death of a Legend do?
We actually are a rock and roll band. We started nothing, but since we come from hardcore punk or death metal, heavier stuff, we have this idea of trying something challenging for us, like playing regular rock and roll. That was definitely not in our strings, let's say. And this was a brand new experience for us, and we are enjoying it very much so far. So
that's interesting. How was it difficult, or what was difficult about going from hardcore punk or death metal to just rock music?
Well, because, there's a lot of blues involved in rock and roll, even if you don't hear it directly. Actually, at the basic of everything, there's that kind of sound, and it's pretty different from what we are used to. And the other thing is that we needed to kind of slow down a little, I guess, put some melody. It was something that we actually forgot about for ages. So that was the interesting part, trying to do something that was tough, but at the same time, pretty catchy, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, death metal usually isn't catchy.
Not at all. If it's good death metal, it is not at all, I guess.
Except maybe Deicide. Deicide's kind of catchy.
No, they're definitely not. I saw them once. They were not at all. No, no catchy.
Okay. What, for those out there who maybe don't know, what is the difference between, say, hardcore punk and death metal, and how is that different from rock music? I know you mentioned slower.
In a certain way, yeah.
What else is there?
Let's start from saying that actually hardcore punk by itself is a version of punk rock music, So it's something that has been sped up and is more aggressive. So hardcore punk should at least generally have the tendency to be fast and maybe, with a lot of yelling and screaming. It's not for everybody, I guess. Death metal as well, it gets even deeper in the extremism of music. So when you're trying to work with rock and roll, yeah, in a certain way comes first, comes before all these genres. And from our point of view, we had to kind of, as I said, slow down. It's not just a matter of speed, I guess. It's really a matter of everything you're doing. You have to calm down a little, okay? So give more space to melody, give more, even more, in our case, we tried to give more importance to arrangements, trying to make things fit perfectly, their own way. And in our previous experiences, it was just about being rough, I guess, rough and aggressive, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said it was challenging for us, because it's like it's like the first time we are taking a shower in a certain way.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about my 6-year-old son taking a shower by himself.
Yeah, it can be difficult. I guess the first time you do that, it can be really difficult. Do you agree?
Yeah. Any other parents out there listening in right now understand what I just said. Now, speaking of these arrangements and tempos and these challenges, we've got 3 of the 4 songs released as of recording this interview.
Yeah.
By the time this interview airs, I'm pretty sure the 4th song will be available.
Okay.
I guess my question is, what were you guys looking to put together in this EP? Like, are these just the first songs that you guys wrote, or did you end up throwing out a bunch of songs until you hit these ones?
Well, it's both the things, I have to say, because the first, it's something I did not mention, is that actually Mark, that actually is the head of this band, is the guitar player and the main songwriter. Okay, me and him plus our drummer Dem, we played together for several years in our previous hardcore punk band. So it's like we already have our methods to write music and to work the one with the other. These were the first 4 songs we worked together on for this band, but we started already thinking about what we wanted to do, because this is like a chapter 2 for what we did before. Okay, if you had the chance to listen to our previous band, even if it's completely different, you will kind of hear that we're the same people. Okay, there's something with our own style that remains no matter what kind of music we play. We wanted to write 4 songs and to record them and to publish them already with not a plan, but we wanted, okay, this one has to be fast, this one has to be more catchy, this one has to be more aggressive. So we already knew where we wanted to go when we started recording, writing them and then recording them.
Okay. I'm wondering, was this just for the challenge of doing it, or did you guys have extra free time because of the pandemic, and it was a challenge?
Well, tough question. I mean, we had this thing in our minds since, I guess, late 2018, but we actually formed right before the pandemic.
Oh.
So we met 3-4 times before everything shut down, okay? I don't know. I mean, we wanted to do this thing, but maybe we had more time to spend on it because we were at home, so we had a lot of, we spent hours, conversing on WhatsApp, like, okay, let's put this stuff on the song, like, no. Yeah, that's the way we worked to do things, okay? And I have to say, we invested a lot of hours trying to put things together, and if we did not have all that time, I don't know, maybe things would sound differently, I guess.
A hypothetical question. How do you think they would sound different?
Well, this was one of the points we had to spend a lot of time on, because things were more trashing all the time. When we start working on a song, it's too, I don't know, it's too heavy. It sounds, we still, as I said, we're still trying to find a way to do things in in an easier way, in a more easy listening way. It takes time for us to do that. So we would be more like, I think we would sound more like Cancer Bats probably if we didn't have the chance to work on it.
They're Canadian,
By the way,
aren't they?
Pardon?
They're Canadian, right? Yep, they're from Toronto.
Yeah, they're Canadian. They were one of my favorite bands of all time.
Wow.
I love Cancer Bats. That's a problem, okay? Because things always point toward that direction, and it's a mess.
Well, yeah. I mean, lots of musicians are into lots of different styles of music, but in creating a band, unless the desire is to do whatever you want, per album, so to speak, you need to make that choice. And maybe you write a song that doesn't fit Death of a Legend, but it fits, something else.
Yeah, it's a possibility, but I don't know. When we try, we have this goal. I mean, we decided to focus on recording and publishing material on Spotify, on several platforms, because in the first place we wanted to do something that could be enjoyable by a lot of people, especially in this difficult time. So we tried to keep things on a good vibe mode, okay? And so that's part of the effort. I think for us it's important to try to find a way to make our songs easy for people to digest, I guess.
How do you?
Go on.
How do you know that? What's your test?
Personally, my God. I mean, there's a certain point when I say, okay, this stuff is sellout. When I say it's sellout,
it's good.
Maybe people, it's good. Yeah, because they always put the blame on me because I just listen to. I don't know. I just listen to bands that doesn't sell more than 200 records, basically unlistenable stuff. So if I say it's sellout, they say, okay, probably it's regular. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Good. That's what we're going for. Beautiful. Question. In the beginning of the interview, you mentioned there's a lot of bands you like from Canada. We brought up Cancer Bats. Random question. What is it about Cancer Bats that you like, and are they still helpful to you as an influence in Death of a Legend?
Indeed they are. I mean, Cancer Bats, they found their way they found a way to do something that sounded like hardcore punk, but had a lot of external influences. They made also catchy stuff, but they never lost its nerve. Does it make any sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so and productions are always amazing. Songwriting is brilliant, I guess. They're just perfect. So that's the part that I like, because they can do stuff that actually works, that can be enjoyable by other people, for real. But at the same time, they sound always like they're really pissed off. I don't know. It's something great. I love it. I just love it.
There's a lot of snow to shovel in Canada, and after a while, you just get angry at the snow. Well,
here in Italy, it becomes a problem after 2 inches of snow. It's the end of the world, like we have it, but it's, not like you. So I won't complain about snow in my country. It will be offensive for you, I guess.
Yeah, or I'm waiting to see if it's going to snow today. It snowed a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Here it's raining and we are complaining about it because we want the sun, you know.
Of course. Yes. Sì. How do you say of course in Italian? Claro?
Of course, certamente.
Certamente, sì.
Certamente, sì.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful.
Your fake Italian accent is amazing. I love it.
Grazie, signore, grazie.
Prego, prego.
What's funny is I know some Spanish, and the differences in accent are incredible between Italian and Spanish.
Yeah, I can tell you this. A lot of people here in my country says, okay, Spanish is just like Italian, but with the S at the end. Mm. Personally, I don't get a single word when a Spanish person is talking. I don't know.
Yeah, because originally when I had tried speaking Italian, I was told it was Italian with a Spanish accent. Like it would really offend people. Instead of grazie, I would say grazie or something.
No, why offend? I mean, it's Italian. Every single word you say in Italian is a compliment, I guess. So.
Okay, perfecto.
Perfetto.
Now, that brings me to this EP because, so basically, you guys are like a hardcore punk band, death metal band that is doing this rock and roll thing. Mm-hmm. Did you guys have to get different equipment, or is it the same guitars, the same amps, the same tunings? Like, as a singer, does the band still play in the similar keys that you're used to playing in, that kind of thing? Or did you guys have to retool the equipment?
Something has changed. I mean, Marco, our guitarist, started playing with a Gretsch. He used to play Schecter, I guess, in the past. Now he has a hollow body Gretsch. And I think now we're down tuned to drop D when we generally used to play in drop C. So we're a little higher, but no big deal because our previous band actually, yes, was more hardcore punk oriented, more metal oriented, but we already had something kind of rock and roll stuff in our sound. So we didn't have, I think, to change too much in gear or also in the way we play, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm watching the music video right now for...
Which one?
The Call.
The Call.
There's all these peanuts being shelled.
Yeah, that's a very Italian thing, Playing cards. Yeah, that about the video. There's something that just any Italian can understand because the brawl in the video actually is because of a card game. That kind of play is a play that you will never see in a real game in Italy because that's something you just don't do. And if somebody does that, you see really old men fighting each other because of that, So, yeah, it was a very Italian thing. I'm not sure everybody can understand it, but that's the way it works.
Okay. Well, now more is being explained to me because we don't have that in Canada, other than, I'm sure, for our Italian immigrant community. Mm-hmm. Okay. The Call. What is The Call about?
The Call is about bad habits. I mean, it's about when you're doing something that should be important for you, but you're suffering because, as an example, you want to pick your snots, or you want to scratch yourself, but you just cannot because you're dating a girl, or you're doing something formal, maybe. Mm-hmm. But you want it so bad that actually it gets more important than what you're actually doing.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm on a date with a girl, it's always more important.
What? What is more important when you're dating a girl?
When you got to scratch your balls, you got to do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's the same for me. But I mean, look at me, I'm a mess. I mean,
you got to get her interested. Be like,
no, that's basically about bad behavior in the wrong circumstances, but with a happy ending, because
there would be a happy ending.
Yeah, with a happy ending.
Yeah. Bombissima.
Bombissima. Great, that's great.
Yeah, somebody said that I'm reading the comments for the call, and there's some comments, and one of them is bombissima, which I imagine is a compliment, a very good compliment.
It's like bombissima. It's not even. It's not actually Italian. It's more slang or soft. But bomba is basically bomb.
Oh.
So when you say that something is a bomb, it means it's exploding. It's something good. It's something great.
Okay.
So bombissima is like to say super bomb. Okay, like wow.
Wow. Okay. Beautiful. Meravigliosi.
Meraviglioso. Marvelous.
Marvelous. Okay. Beautiful. So you guys are a marvelous explosion. How does it feel to know that people on the internet are saying that you are a marvelous explosion?
I should be flattered, I guess, but we're talking about the song about a person that wants to pick his nuts while he's dating a girl. So I don't know.
Very true. Okay. Well, we could probably chat for the next 6 hours about everything else that's going on here, but for those listening in, you can check out the music video that we just were talking about in the show notes below. There will be the call, there will be Faceman, and then there's a lyric video for Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah.
And we chatted about writing rock music, we chatted about cancer bats, we chatted about playing cards the Italiano way, and the EP Part 1. We alluded in the beginning to an EP Part 2, but I think we've run out of time unless there's anything that you want to say quickly about that.
It will be about 4 songs. We're about to record them this summer. Instead of going, spending our holidays at the sea, whatever, we're about to record this Part 2. Mm-hmm. Very sad, but
it is very sad. You could be on
seaside.
You could be on the beach, try not to scratch your balls and pick your nose in front of girls, but instead you're going to be in the studio working.
Yes, that's exactly how it's going to be.
Cool. Bombissima. Bombissima. Cool. Well, Trippy, thank you so much for coming on to the Rock Metal Podcast today.
It has been a big pleasure for me. Thank you very much for inviting us.